This LA Rams team preview edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is brought to you by Underdog. Get up to a $1,000 deposit match when you sign up at UnderdogFantasy.com. Promo code SGPN.
This is Randy Cross. You're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
It's a baby fucking wheel, man. San Diego Superchargers.
Now go home and get your fucking shine box.
Ooh, welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, Stag of the Money Graham, with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Dog.
Just ram it. We got a lot to talk
And
about.
we
with this
know
team.
how to do it. Just
My
ram
goodness.
it. Here to ram it with us from the Bottom Line Bombs podcast, the man in the box, the one and only CJ Sullivan. What's happening, CJ?
What's up, fellas? Exciting hometown team, the LA
Yeah.
Rams. I got excited. I forgot to wear my Rams hat. I do have Rams gear too. They have a great tailgate. Rams, SoFi. I would say
Pretty good hang. Yeah, pretty good hang.
Certainly, they did build that stadium with the idea that there would be a lot of space to tailgate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the couple games
But
I've
they have a lot of rules.
A lot of rules, but there's a lot of different gangs and stuff that show up. You know, a lot of affiliations and all
colors.
that. Yeah, a lot of. It's all about colors out here in LA.
I've had the couple times I've been to SoFi, again, America's finest open air stadium. I've enjoyed it. I've had a good. Now, granted, the Eagles won both games, so that probably factored into my enjoyment. Watching Saquon Barkley set a franchise record, running all over the Rams' ass, certainly made it more fun. But yeah, it's a good vibe. You can get there if you get there early. They have red zone going on all the screens there, which is. That's usually my annoyance of like missing games when you go to a game. We do have a Monday night game, the Eagles against the Chargers this year, so we'll be at SoFi, not against the Rams. But yeah, no, it's a good stadium, good hang. Chargers, I mean, the Rams, they have some home field, but certainly Eagles definitely bigger. When
Is it the best stadium you've ever been to? As a just pure stadium? Because you joke, but it is open air. You can feel the air, but you also have a dome that's kind of you can see through.
It's built into the ground, so
you go down,
the sun. Yeah,
which is
you go
very
down.
cool.
Right, absolutely. Yeah, technology, modern wise, it's the most modern Marvel stadium in the world for sure.
So I was in it for not a football game. It was very empty when I was in it. I was also on the field, and it looks very different than a typical like large bowl stadium where you have tons of seats. Like there are levels of suites, there are screens everywhere. Honestly, the softest turf I've ever I've never felt a turf field like SoFi Stadium. I would say it's the nicest one I've been inside. I've heard horrible things about getting in and out though.
Yeah, the
It's
move
LA.
is it's always good.
But they also built it in a way where it's kind of one road in and out.
No, for sure.
Little
Getting out, you do need
little
to
FedEx field.
You need to game plan to get out of there. I remember the first Eagles game a couple years ago. I went in there and like
you gotta walk a couple miles and catch an Uber.
and then it's like it's another couple hours. Like you need to bring your own orange vest, set up cones, and act like you're doing construction to get your car out of there.
I
You have
do
to
like
pull a
that. I
ruse.
like that idea.
That's actually a great idea.
Yeah, I mean
Should
that's
sell kits.
Yeah.
that's a hack. You show up in an orange vest.
Yeah.
Or a lanyard.
Clipboard.
Or a lanyard. If you have a lanyard and an orange vest, no one's asking you.
I think
questions.
orange vest. You get the clipboard though, and now no one's even gonna try.
Right.
And with papers, just get some papers
Paper
on the clipboard.
an orange vest that'll get you out of there. And if you want to get in, you bring a bag of ice. No one says no to a guy with a bag of ice. They need ice.
Oh.
You know,
Over the shoulder.
Yeah, over the shoulder ice. They'll let you in. You can get into the Oscars.
That would be a great.
anything.
Yeah, I'd like to see the Dodger Stadium. Just walk up with a couple of bags of ice on your shoulder.
Ice guy,
See what
hit shot. Come
see what
on.
happens.
Hey, they say they need ice. I don't know. They always need ice.
Running low on ice. Get him in. Good times. The NFL team previews continue tonight, Ryan. Although we would take a quick sidestep, we are continuing 2-a-days, but NFL Week 1 preseason picks. Kramer and I coming off our 1-0 NFL sides.
If you're listening to this on podcast format, it's already in the future. This will come out after. This will come out on a Thursday morning so that we get the preseason picks out ASAP.
Preseason picks ASAP because big slate of NFL Week 1 preseason games. A lot of line movement. It's going to be fun to break that down.
And it felt correct to do our preseason picks episode at 8:30 on Wednesday night.
Yeah,
just like the regular season episode.
Get people, get your body trained. This is this is training camp for all of us, and of course the team previews. The phrase that pays. That's right. One word.
He didn't forget. CJ
episode.
He hasn't forgotten.
This episode's word, last. LAST is the episode word as part of the phrase that pays.
Although I will say it's smart not to say it at the same time every episode too, because that way people will just filter through and go right to the minute mark.
And the chat lies to people when they ask. That's also important.
I'm trying to reward the DJs.
Yeah.
These guys, Mike, DJ and Dan, Hooked on Bo Nix, Making Bacon, Faustino. These people that show up that are diehard listeners. The contest is for them.
Yes.
So I'm sprinkling them all over the place because I want the diehard listeners to get those 32 words correct and have that shot at the $1,000 Circa Future.
This is a great idea. I think we carry it into the regular season where we maybe there's a trivia question every picks episode where the answer must be submitted before we go live.
Okay.
In the chat.
I like that.
Yeah. Again,
little bonus giveaway.
It gets people in the chat. They have their conversations, some hors d'oeuvres. I'm picturing like the South Park wrestling episode where they're just, enjoying a nice Cabernet, waiting for the SGP to start for the night.
I like that. Now let's talk about the old Rams. Ryan, do we got to play the just Ram it?
You want to do that first?
Yeah, let's get it. Let's get
into it.
Let's get the tone, the vibe. I feel like every time we talk LA Rams, we got to talk or play their song. This is when Super Bowl Shuffle was happening.
NFL team songs was a thing in the 80s.
Remember the Eagles one, CJ? Buddy's watching.
Buddy's watching. That was one of my greatest Christmas gifts I ever got. I remember, I saw the VHS. I could still know. I could probably drop about 80% of those lyrics.
Yeah,
he's
watching you.
All right, you guys, let me know when
Quick
you're ready.
6 wide receiver.
Now this is this is a very long.
Just
video.
Play the first 30 seconds.
But
people will get the idea. You can
slaps.
jump around. I mean, can you imagine the amount of cocaine, the players, the cheerleaders, the guys in the edit bay?
LA.
What a great time.
In the 80s. They got the whole defense to do this shit.
Ram it.
No way this happens today.
This is awesome.
I mean,
just the hip thrusting alone.
They got them training. They were choreographed.
And then they each have their solos. It's like, hey, this is Deacon Jones, and you learn to play. Big Bad Jackie. That's right.
Jackie Slater.
Big Bad Jackie, and I'm starting this off. The Rams get down so nobody scoff. And don't you worry, cause the Rams are rapping. When game time comes, we'll be back to Jackson. We can't sing and our dance is not pretty, but we'll do our best for the team and the city. So get on your feet and clap your hands. Let's ram it right now with the LA Rams.
Nailed it.
Dodge City tough. If you throw it my way, it's gonna get rough. I like to ram it.
The white guys always fuck up the song.
They call me Twitter. Nobody dresses Twitter.
He's in a locker.
Quarterback mistreater. I come from the end, looking for the sack. I don't stop coming till I put him on the back. My moves are like dreams. They call me the demon on special teams. I know how to rock.
This guy's zesty, I think, is the correct term.
I'm a mountain man from West VA.
This guy's great.
I came to play. I learned long ago.
This is like Moneyline Mac.
You can ram it all day and ram it all night.
Oh my God.
That is Moneyline Mac. A mountain man from West VA.
Kramer, fast forward to the saxophone.
The Ramaray.
Hold on.
It's like cabaret. Ramaray. They saved Dickerson for the last. He's got to be the headliner.
They even have a chorus.
Yeah,
They do a full chorus into another set of verses.
Yeah, of course.
This is when people had attention
They would do
spans.
full songs. This was a VHS
I think the saxophone's
tape.
coming up right after this.
Daddy Hill, take a look at my stock. I catch what they throw me and I like the block. I'm quick off the line as I can be, cause I don't want dick running over me.
Baby face and I don't yield. I'm a captain fool on the football field. From the Jersey Shore to Balboa
You'll have a bad day.
How many takes did that?
I like how they're all saying where they're from, where they grew up. I'm from the Jersey Shore. Grew up in Nebraska.
Shades on, I can catch a BB in the dark. So now you're ready, I'm sure you'll agree. The ramming is fun when you're ramming with me.
Ramming is fun when you're ramming with me.
I mean, it's very sexual. And then the cheerleaders get involved. You know, they were.
It's very gay sexual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Well,
word,
it's the 80s.
the word ram has very gay overtones.
Yeah. It was in the 80s.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just
It
saying.
was in the 80s. The back then, it was a little, on the down low was
Get ramming, baby.
Yeah.
super dangerous. Oh, here comes the saxophone.
Ram session.
I just imagine.
Big Bad Jackie on the sax.
He's lighting up that whole empty
This is like
stadium.
the hypnotizing song. The players have to come. The Pied Piper.
Damn. They're all fucking nice.
This is only halfway through, but I think you get the idea. Enjoy this on your free time.
Look at this. There's more verses.
There's another two.
Lord.
I mean, yeah.
We're like halfway through.
Oh my goodness, God. Oh,
That and, I mean, that was
Ram session is a good. There's so many good names you could do with Ram, and they went right for it. Ram it.
just
Ram
think
it.
about it.
Why get clever?
I mean,
Well, we can just say
no.
ram it.
Baseball was dominating football at that time.
Yeah,
Just think about how long ago that was.
it was quite
Like
the different
seriously, not even close. Pro football was like if you told someone that in 40 years pro football would be dominating Major League Baseball, who's on life support,
This is a
0% chance.
Great question for the audience
Yeah.
and for us. What year did that song come out? Just ram it.
I didn't see Jim Everett, so look before that. I'd say, well, it's got to be after the Bears though, because the Bears started it.
You think
maybe
that?
not.
Are you sure?
I guess. All right, I'll say 84 then.
If
Just
LA
with that. Just with that.
It's right. I think your head is where you were barking up the right tree.
It's,
So it's
if it's
80
after the Bears,
then
it's got to be like
88,
86 or something.
86.
85.
Oh, so it was
So,
85.
yeah.
Wait, so that
85 Bears was so it's probably the same season.
Maybe this was before the Bears. I don't know.
the idea that LA pioneered
Googled
a
it and
team dancing.
TikTok said 1985. So
Oh, okay.
we'll see. But that's. I mean, yeah. That's
I will say with the Ram
40
puns
years
there.
old.
And shout out to Eric Dickerson, who's still very big in the LA Rams scene. The LA scene. Well, he has the best nickname.
Confirming right here, it also says 1985. The 1985 team.
Oh yeah, there you go.
1985 team. All right, so yeah,
This
sure.
was before the season.
Right.
So they
the Bears did that too. They did it early.
the Super Bowl shuffle was before.
before they got to the Super Bowl.
Oh, okay.
So that
I
was-
always assumed it was after.
No, that
Oh.
that was a big thing about it because they were being cocky about it. They're like, you better make the Super Bowl now.
Oh, okay.
They
I
did-
didn't
they
know
did it during
that.
their-
In
they
my
did-
head, it was always like, oh,
We
they
just
did that
learned
to
something
celebrate.
Yeah, they did it during their
Okay.
They did it during their bye week there. But Eric Dickerson's nickname, real quick, the Rambassador, is pretty great
Oh,
right
wow.
now. I mean, come on, that's amazing.
Shout out to Wingboy6 in the chat saying, listen to team previews the entire drive to and from the beach, 8 hours both ways. Let's say the family is ready for some NFL.
Wow,
Hell yeah.
I love
Good
that.
work, Wingboy.
Yes,
Children, hopefully. I mean, we
Children need to know ball.
Mm-hmm.
If anyone, they need to know it the most.
We've mostly kept it clean. We did
Yeah.
do a full Cowboys episode. Hopefully that wasn't. I mean, if you're listening, if you're a listener to our show, Sean, do you skip the Cowboys preview?
No, I think that's a delightful treat.
But if it's you,
If it's me,
like if you are,
if
the
I
listener.
was no, I would love to hear myself talk on the Cowboys.
yeah, I'll listen to it.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I love to go behind enemy
Guppy,
lines.
Guppy was great as the Cowboys fan. It's a fun episode. So
I do think I'd like to find an off the rails Cowboys fan.
off the rails,
Yeah.
like totally,
Like someone
super
that's gonna-
optimistic. The
or-
problem is
or-
the Cowboys
or
are so
pessimistic,
the
either way.
fans are so beaten down now. It's even Gumby was like, I don't know, 8, 9, maybe. He couldn't even get that excited.
Yeah.
But the 2024 LA Rams started out pretty rough. What were they? 1-4, 3 games above 500. Went on a bit of a heater there. Finished 10-7.
Mm-hmm.
I correctly had the over 8.5. I had them 9-8. Kramer not optimistic about the Rams. 6-11, 9-8 ATS. Won they won 2 playoff game or 1 playoff game. They beat the Vikings.
It was the
Vikings.
I kind of leaned into a fragile case that didn't happen.
Well, it kind of happened to start the season, and then they got hot late in the second half of the season. people will say, "Oh, they were one play away from beating the Eagles," which is a bit of revisionist history. They did give us a very good game at home.
No, people say that they
round.
would have won. Like, I think the statement is that they win that game if it's not bad weather in Philadelphia. It's pretty strong. There's been pretty strong. Like the Rams were that close to the Super Bowl.
They had pretty good weather when they played them in Los Angeles in the Dome. Actually,
again,
a couple weeks before.
No,
that.
I would just point out that it was 4th and 11 on the 22. So with 30 seconds left, if they somehow turn that into a touchdown, they still have to get the extra point. If you remember, extra points were no sure thing in that game because of the crazy weather, Hurts' knee injury. I think the Eagles, if they gave up a touchdown there, may have still had a chance.
Also, they were up
to kick a field.
They're up 13 with like 4 minutes to go, and then there was a dropped interception that was like clear by Blankenship that would have just like they would have took a knee and rested the game. Jake Elliott missed a couple extra points.
And they still would have had to beat the Commanders the following week as part of them being only one play away from the Super Bowl. So I think that's a little revisionist history, but
they should be happy to give him a good game.
But Jared Verse played well. It's weird because going back in my mind, I'm like, oh, that D line, that defense was really good. But you look at the advanced numbers, the defense actually kind of underperformed. And their run stuff rate was really bad. They struggled to run the football for big periods of time. I know they just paid Kyron Williams, but they struggled to run the ball.
Which, by the way, it makes me feel I had been waffling on my Kyron Williams take from the fantasy episodes, and I hadn't been drafting him as much as I probably could have. And now I'm pissed off because when a team signs a running back like that,
but they didn't break the bank for him. Though.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't to me when you dump cash into a situation, you're at least giving me volume until he gets hurt.
Yeah,
that would be my.
And he gets hurt every year.
No, I understand the case against. I'm just saying that action speaks volumes.
Well, and the big story with this, if you look at their adjusted games lost due to injury, they were very high. Obviously, Puka was out for a little bit. Cooper Kupp couldn't stay healthy. Their offensive line was old and banged up, but. I mean, a lot of these guys are back for this year, and then back is perfect transition to talk about the big elephant in the room, Matt Stafford, who just got diagnosed with a aggravated disc, I think is the official term. And our buddy, the DGen doc, Sebastian, did a great job of walking through the exact diagnosis.
His write-ups have gotten way more detailed.
Yes, definitely give him a follow.
I'd say like I'm gonna ignore all other ex doctors that aren't Sebastian. Right?
Yeah,
now. See if I can survive just.
Sebastian's my go-to guy.
No, he's got like screenshots of what the epidural is gonna do, the spine.
I mean, he might not know what he's talking about, but it looks like
he looks like he really
presentation maker.
And his big takeaway was he thinks Stafford will be out there week 1. Now Stafford is a gamer, plays through pain, but it's also, to your point, Ryan, fragile build last year. It's very fragile this year because Stafford missing time is definitely in the mix. How much of a drop is an old 37-year-old Matt Stafford to Jimmy G? It's certainly a drop off. How much can they still win? This defense, I think they have some issues with their secondary. That front seven should be good, but you look at their advanced numbers, they were not that great. And again, even with Kyron Williams last year, they kind of struggled to run the ball. So they're a very interesting team. I early on in the season, we were like, oh, that's crazy. They're 2-1 to win the NFC West.
I kind of stand by that statement.
Yeah.
Like the price has moved a little bit, but it was like 250, 225, something. It was north of 2-1.
It was pretty crazy high. So Kramer, any big picture takeaways from the 2024 season going into this year?
Did that 8.5 come down? Wasn't that 9.5?
Oh, this is last year.
Oh,
so maybe flip over to see the key additions, what they did in the draft.
The one thing I would add was, I think in some way, so they lost guys to injury, but they also have hit the nuts on defense now 2 seasons in a row. And specifically, it feels like they kind of hit the nuts on offense as well. And even like Puka injuries, to me, I think what we see Puka missing time for, we're just going to see Puka miss time for. His injuries are he plays too hard. And so I wonder, like, that seems like it will be normal. And of course, the Stafford stuff, I told you I did the deep dive. We didn't really have, what was his issue coming into last year in the beginning of the season? Was it shoulder? He wasn't throwing a bunch because his shoulder
Yeah.
was sore, right? And everyone was worried about it. And then it ended up not mattering. We all remember that after Aaron Rodgers couldn't chug a beer, Matt Stafford voluntarily had his wife video him chugging a beer in a restaurant.
He is a dog. He is a dog.
So I think whatever's going on with his back, until I read like report from like who's the little troll newsbreaker who is always right about the Giants, Strahan's buddy. He's on Fox broadcast.
Jay Glazer.
Jay Glazer, yeah. Little guy,
Little troll.
little guy.
He's like a Joe Rogan.
Why do you think
Because he's an MMA guy, but
Yeah.
he's short.
Why is he a
tiny.
troll?
Yeah.
Because he's a short little guy
Yeah.
who,
Oh, okay.
spews bullshit on the internet, but ends up being right. It's annoying.
So he's a reporter.
Yeah, kind
Okay.
of, but also he's like an MMA guy and also like a big mental health guy.
Yeah.
Big mental health guy as well.
Clown.
Why did I even bring him up? Where was
Stafford.
I going? Until I see his report that says Stafford's not going to be playing regular season games.
No, I think he's going to be playing, but I think
He's going to play week 1, and he's going to get broken. He was
Yeah.
already 37 and coming injured. This is terrible. You can't be having spinal injuries as an old man quarterback, and it's so important with him. He was dead last in the league when under pressure, and he was like 7th when he had like a clean pocket as far as QB efficiency or whatever the stat is there. PFF grade, I'm sorry. Under pressure, he's dead last among all the quarterbacks. So it's obviously very important. He did have a good year, but like there's always a chance of him breaking down. Then he comes in with this. What did he see? He saw a spinal specialist 3 times in the last 2 weeks.
well,
3 shots in 10 days, which is not good.
And that's as they say, you never know with backs. Even back doctors don't know with backs.
Well,
I learned that from The Sopranos.
And this was I actually know one of the specialists. We did a little pre-recording.
Okay.
I was able to actually get some
Yeah.
behind the scenes.
I broke my back.
What do you mean by that? You
My
broke
back is broken.
what? A vertebrae or what portion?
Spinal. Spinal.
I mean, spinal is not good for.
Spinal, right.
I could listen to Tyson all day. Now, as far as who they bring in, Devontae Adams, yeah, sure, that's fun. How much does he have left? And going back to what you were saying, CJ, Matt Stafford was not good in 3rd and 4th down. Out of 33 quarterbacks with at least 80 dropbacks, Stafford 31st in EPA per dropback, 29 success rate, 31 yards per attempt, 30th. In first down rate. It's weird. They didn't have a lot of 3rd downs. They avoided them, but when they got the 3rd down, they were not converting at a high rate. Now they drafted a tight end, Terrace Ferguson, who I haven't heard anything about in camp. Jarquez Hunter, who we have a couple shares of, I think, Ryan, in best ball, just in case the Kyron thing doesn't work out.
I think he may have. I think, yeah. I mean, the problem is with the Kyron, with any of the other running backs, is that generally, if McVay can, he concentrates the carries.
I agree, but I will say this about
But he loves Hunter. He says very nice things about
and to
Hunter.
support your Jarquez Hunter. He's a breakaway runner, which Kyron Williams is not.
Yeah.
Only Kyron Williams and Najee Harris had a 0 of like expectancy yards after.
So he's doing nothing more than
doing nothing but after but into contact. The offensive line moves it. They're effective. He gets his 3 or 4 yards. But like if his 12-yard runs, they're not going for 60. And but Hunter can do the breakaway. So we'll get into that.
Our sheet has the O-line ranked at 13, but I think this O-line could vary a ton as far as floor and ceiling. Like if everything breaks right for them, sure, but again, they have some older guys on that roster.
Terrace Ferguson had a little groin strain a couple days ago. So
okay, maybe that's why.
So
and anytime a rookie gets banged up, you don't feel great about it.
Well, we would say when me and Ryan were talking about this earlier in the office on Monday, and we brought up yes, the Matthew Stafford injury in the spinal cord is very alarming. But who knows? Maybe Stafford will tough it through. But no one's talking about Aldrich Jackson, their left tackle, who is the anchor of that line, who's going through blood clots.
Yes,
which is also never an injury you like to hear on the report. Like, hey, how's your blood clot? You can't like stretch that out. That's never a good injury. And they have DJ Humphries. They signed him. He's nowhere near what he used to be, and he's just a disaster. So if they have to play him at left tackle, and the way Stafford's numbers are under pressure, I mean, this team could collapse. The variance with this Rams team is one of the.
Well, it's the
highest,
same
I
thing
think.
I came in with last year.
This is a
and
4 or a 12-win team.
pointed to the fragility.
No, it is.
I think clearly we're getting a situation where regardless of how healthy the back is week 1, they're going to lean into being a running team. They've loaded. I mean, if you read between the line on what Hunter or what McVay has talked about, what Hunter brings to this offense, it's not what Kyron Williams brings to what CJ's saying. And so I think you could, they always like gadget plays, gadget players. And then I think when you look at in general, this offense, having Devontae Adams and Puka on the outside does one thing very clearly. It gets one extra defender out of the box. So they're going to be the strength of the offensive line is the interior. I could see this team knowing that they have maybe some left tackle issues and a sore quarterback and pounding the fucking rock and becoming much more of a, as I thought about this, cause I was like, I can't go against what I said last year. I have to assume the fragility will show up, which means I love this team to be just an under team this year randomly. I think people will view them as an over team because of and it actually has made me sour on their fantasy players a little bit. But yeah, I think this team. I like the defense, and I wonder if the offense isn't going to just run the damn ball because of what the situation. And I do have to note that Stetson Bennett is outplaying Jimmy Garoppolo in camp. So,
but McVay did say we are fortunate to have Garoppolo as our backup quarterback. When asked about Stafford, which is never a good answer.
And Devontae Adams says that him and Jimmy G are cool.
Really? Because
they're over it.
Because after the Netflix viewing I did over the weekend, I do not see how that's a repairable relationship.
So how many years ago was that? Like 3?
No, I don't know.
Not even.
It was most recent. It was like
drama?
2.
Basically, Devontae Adams on an open mic says this motherfucking guy is trying to get me killed out there. Like, fuck him. I gotta get out of
passes
here.
were so bad.
right.
I need to leave the city because he's
I
gonna get me murdered.
Like, get me out of this situation.
And they did have a powwow. They did have a mic'd up powwow when they come up like, hey man, that was just
what happened.
Boys will be boys.
Jimmy took him down to the Hustler Club where he's got that lifetime membership. He's like, bygones be bygones.
Yeah, we got to
right?
keep an eye on that. If the Rams have any games in Vegas, maybe he gets a little.
Is it just
distracted with the
Vegas
Hustler
or is it any Hustler?
Oh, you're right. Is there? Where are there?
There's a Hustler casino here. I don't know if there's a
Poker,
Hustler strip
casino.
club.
Yeah, maybe
for
Jimmy
sure.
G's down there. It's not far from the stadium.
Not at all.
It's actually right down the street.
Playing a little pie gal.
Yeah, I've had a
dollar
few.
a head.
He's at the card room.
I mean, I'm sure they have ladies in the suites in the hotel above.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they do.
Do they have rooms at that one? I'm not actually sure, but yeah, no, that's kind of my take is very clearly. I think part of the reason they brought Adams in too is what he forces a defense to do on the outside.
Yeah, and I was very high on Devontae Adams actually coming in. I do think he's got plenty left in the tank, and of course with Puka. But I mean, like you said, like this news with Stafford, it makes me want to pull the plug on everything.
Well, I think you have to play the ceiling and the floor cases.
Yeah,
it does.
And so when I look at my Bet Online account, and I see that plus 225 Rams to win division. I'm like, okay, good
Fine,
number.
got that.
Good
And
number, but we're not
place.
we're not going to do that anymore. But yeah, I think also if Stafford gets hurt, like let's be serious. This offense, maybe they can pull off a like Vikings, Kevin O'Connell, have some crap quarterback play and get a little bit of offense around it. I think I've said this about a number of teams recently, though. Their defense is interesting enough to where it's kind of they have a little bit of a floor in my mind.
Yeah, well, they have a great pass rushing D line, and they did bring in Poona Ford from the Chargers. To play nose guard because obviously, I mean, not clearly except the run. I mean, it's what Saquon had like 500 yards on him in 2 games. It seemed like
Britton Covey, huge loss to the Eagles.
but like you said, their secondary is so brutal. Weatherspoon and Wilkins, is it? They're both
their secondary could be really.
They're both
torched.
in their 30s. They lost their leading tackler in Rosemoon, their linebacker. I don't know.
So you guys aren't as high on the defense.
Their defense is good and they're young. And
you got Jared versus Kobe Turner. That's a great start right there.
Yes, they need to work. They give up big plays. That's their problem. Like that's why they have like just chunk yards plays on them, which you can't have. But now, granted, they're very young, and they came on better towards the end, even though you still give up big plays in the playoffs in that Eagles game. I mean, they had 16 rookies on their roster last year.
Yeah.
That's how good McVay is. And that's why I don't count McVay out. That's why I don't go too low with the floor.
That's the
with
other
him.
thing. Yeah. He is a good coach.
He's
they
great
do have a
coach.
pretty high floor, I think.
He's gone
I guess
over their win total 6 of his 8 years.
Yeah.
Made the playoffs 6 of 8.
No, they're solid. All right, let's get to the schedule. Before we do, shout out to Underdog. Get in on that pick 'em, the higher lower season long. I mean, taking the lower on Stafford's passing yards at like 3750 for the season. I mean, there are a million different ways that doesn't get home. One, to Kramer's point, maybe they are a team that just pounds the rock a little bit more. Maybe he's not out the entire season, but maybe he does miss a few games. And even last year, the Rams sat their starters when they could have adjusted their playoff position a little bit. Now they still would have been on the road, but they didn't. It was like between a 6 and a 5 seed or whatever. They didn't care. So I think being an old team, that's probably one less game he's going to be playing in week 17 if they have a chance for the playoffs, or if they're completely out of the playoffs. I wouldn't be surprised if they shut Stafford down.
There's no way he plays 17 games.
No. So if you set the line on how many, he
hasn't been in the top 13 in EPA since like 2021 or something.
Yeah,
like
yards especially. I think you can fade Stafford pretty easily. And we will Kramer and I will talk some preseason NFL Week 1 pick'em, some higher lowers that we like. Coming up later tonight. Head over to underdogfantasy.com, play along with us, or get down on your own plays. Underdogfantasy.com, promo code SGPN. Deposit match up to $1,000 in bonus cash. Underdogfantasy.com, promo code SGPN. And of course, mybookie.ag. MyBookie is your place to bet on every sport, including the NFL, college football. We did our conference previews. Go back and check those out. Bunch of good nuggets in there on the win totals, NFL win totals, conference futures, division futures. There's just so much football action you can get down on the MyBookie Casino for the DGens. 100% match up to $1,000. Terms and conditions do apply on the rollover bonus. Get started today. You don't have to take the bonus. MyBookie.ag, promo code SGPN. MyBookie.ag, promo code SGPN. Kramer, what do we got here for the odds, the schedule?
And honestly, like I don't even. I'm sure people would get upset with the comment that the Rams are an old team. They just have some key
players that are old. No, they're very young. Nucleus wise, the most of the roster, but you're right. The key players, like you don't want your both starting cornerbacks to be in their 30s.
Yeah, I think depending on how the cuts happen, like the Rams could end up being the youngest team in the NFL, but a lot of that is based on defense. A lot of that is based on players that aren't quarterback.
Right.
And I think that's the thing. You almost need to weight that kind of stuff because the quarterback matters so much. And yeah, I think regardless of age, like the fragility of Kyron Williams still exists.
Yes,
I mean, both receivers have missed time over the last couple of years.
And he gets odd injuries too. Like it's not just like playing ball injuries, like a broken wrist.
Well, he had that weird foot thing last year.
The weird foot that happens like in the first day of practice. Like he gets like coming out of the shower injuries.
Yeah, I like that. You're calling him soft.
I'm not so. I'm a Kyron fan too.
I don't know about that.
I'm a Kyron fan, but as you say, I'm calling his ice. I'm just saying what happens.
Yeah. You're just saying facts.
Calling it like you see.
9.5 is the win total this year. So up 1 from last year. Kind of interesting when you look at it that way. But the juice pretty heavy. -140 to the over, +115 to the under. Make playoffs -172. Miss +140. Division down to +175.
Wow.
Conference 850 and Super Bowl 18-1. Of all the teams that are being, labeled like clear Super Bowl contender. The more that I reviewed the previous season, like this team got hot.
Yeah,
they got hot down the stretch. It's easy to see why things could carry over. There's a lot of there are areas of continuity, but yeah, I think my issue was I came to the conclusion that both this season and last season have the same kind of question marks to start it out.
They were -19 in scoring differential.
That's what I mean. They weren't the team many remember them as. And now, so as a 9.5, here's what's crazy: 9.5 on the win total, juice to the over. So you're almost at a flat 10. They are favored, Sean, 13 times.
Oh my God.
They're only dogs 4 times. Of those times, only twice are they dogs of more than 1.5 points. So again, we're dealing with this range of team where we have a lot of coin flip type point spreads, but they are favored 13 times. They're scheduled only to win 9.5. Now they also have, I would say, some decent rest advantage and whatever strength of schedule, but Yeah, I don't know. This is also probably the team I've waffled the most on.
A lot of traveling though as well. In their schedule.
You know that
You want to hear a stat on that one?
Yeah, I do. With an asterisk though, because they are a West Coast team.
They are a West Coast team, only behind the Chargers in miles traveled, probably because of their distance to the airport of LAX. But
well, they go to London.
34,832 miles. And they cross 44 time zones.
Yeah.
What? That's insane.
Yeah, that's
for an old ass team.
Right, for an old ass team, that's a lot of checking bags.
Well, and I'll see your awesome time zone stat there.
Okay.
Which, by the way, like over 6,000 of that miles traveled is on one trip week.
Sure.
7. They only play, Sean, 4 times in the 1 p.m. Eastern window all season. So all that travel, all those time zones, and yet body clock wise, they're playing a lot of those games later in prime time. So
that's good. And they're only and if you really want to break it down macro, they're only in a cold weather outdoor spot.
Yeah,
because they're doing that Seattle game late in December, and that's it.
I know they get a lot of. Well, you never know, Carolina.
It's a little chilly and
weather down there in Carolina. People
wind.
in Carolina will let us know that they have snow sometimes.
A little wind off the Atlantic there.
All right,
sure.
so and bye right in the middle of the season, which
nice.
I'd imagine you'd like this a little later if you're the Rams.
Yeah, but that's after London, right?
Yeah. All right, first 4. Houston Texans coming to town. I've already very publicly said that I love the Rams here.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you love Mint Mobile.
No.
Ryan Kramer, was burned out by my wireless bill.
At Tennessee, at Philly, Indy at home. So there are what you would call great opportunities against.
Yeah, the AFC South
teams.
But that Tennessee game could randomly be a look ahead spot because, you know, Jared Verse has talked about, we're already thinking about the Eagles game week 3. That loss haunts me.
Those are 2 of the 4 10 a.m. or 1 p.m. Eastern.
And it's
games.
an early back-to-back road spot. Tennessee, we won't know. You'll have no idea how to play Cam Ward yet.
Will they be doing their usual, or I think they do this too, like the Niners, and stay in West Virginia?
Stay out on the East Coast.
Go from Tennessee to Philly?
Greenbrier, no, like hang out at the Greenbrier in West Virginia for the week, like the little like delayed training camp. I don't hate that idea. Matt Stafford doesn't like that idea because then he doesn't get his special mattress with his wife.
I feel Stafford's just going to travel separately with his team, like kind of like Mick Jagger would just go separately with the Rolling Stones. You know, like I'll meet you there, kind of thing. Get his own arrangements. Because he shouldn't. Yeah, he doesn't need to be at a Motel 6 in West Virginia for crying out loud.
No. Is that a revenge spot for the Rams there against the Eagles?
Oh, certainly. They'll be up for that game, and you know, to be the champ, you got to beat the champ. Everyone's going to be giving us.
Do we want to
revenge for which loss? That happened twice.
Do we want to address?
Wasn't the playoff game the revenge game?
Right.
Philly has they open with Dallas, then at Kansas City, then the Rams, and then at Tampa. That's a little bit of a sandwich spot.
Champion schedule.
It's tough if you're not the world champs. This is interesting because I kind of feel 2-2. I get they're big favorites here against the Colts. Colts, I think, is very much a win for them, but I don't know because Jonathan Taylor, if this Rams team struggles to slow down the run game, that could be a randomly bad matchup for him. Obviously, Saquon, you would imagine, is going to run all over them once again. At Tennessee, probably, but there's a look ahead potential there. Houston, this one's tough because I do like Houston's defense, but it'll be the healthiest Matt Stafford will be all season. I'm going to go 2-2.
So it does well. Again, I'm not seeing anything that says he's not going to play week 1.
No, I see. That's the thing. I 100% believe he plays week 1.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's Tennessee. I'm worried about. It's that game right afterwards, coming back banged up. I don't know if I wanted Jimmy G going into Nashville. So I'm with you, Kramer. I like him a lot week 1 in that Houston spot.
I may already have a ticket on him. We probably talked about it late night there at the circuit when we were having our therapy session.
The after-hour session.
Yeah.
Well,
with our
Houston,
Vikings.
I mean, Houston,
jackets.
who knows what they're going to do with their running back situation?
Yeah.
And if they're trotting out Joe Mixon with half a foot, or Nick Chubb, or the rookie Woody Marks.
Yeah. So I honestly think it's if it is 2-2, it's I really think Tennessee is the loss there. But at the same time, oh man, that's tough. I'll go 3-1.
3-1.
Just for the record,
CJ?
Sean, you
Or,
did.
sorry, Kramer.
Just for the record, it would be impossible for Tennessee to beat the Rams in your simulation. You had Tennessee going 0-4 to start the season.
Makes sense.
Okay.
And it is.
And I didn't. I said I could see it. That's why I don't. That's why I don't lock myself in. And
Well, I'm
that's
just
2-2.
I'm just doing the Rubik's cube, and sometimes there's definitive corners you end up getting stuck in.
Super Bowl rematch with the Kevin Dyson tackle, Mike Jones Mike Jones tackle.
3-1.
Yeah.
3-1.
Okay. Hasn't been 3-1. I really want to get Tennessee that win there. But I'll still go 3-1.
I think 3-1.
I mean, Houston can win, Philly can win, and I think
Colts have no chance. I don't know why you say that.
Yeah, you're really
Probably
getting cute. You're really getting cute.
2-2.
Jonathan Taylor.
And in fact, if I went and looked at I'm guessing it's probably unlikely you have the Colts winning that game too. I think they win the South games. And if they do drop one of them, then
especially since I don't want to drop my insiders, but the bet detective was told by some anonymous sources that people sitting next to me have a huge bet on the Colts' most losses in for the regular season. So you certainly can't have them beating the Rams. That's for sure.
That's true. That's true.
Indy, I have going 1-3 in the first 4 games.
Right.
Yeah, Miami, week 1, right?
Not revealing. Again, keep it open. Keep it fluid. It's a fluid
Shit,
situation.
this might be 4-0 start for the Rams. No, 3-1.
3-1.
Next 4, San Francisco at home, at Baltimore. Then they go across the pond to take on the Jags. So this is basically we're observing this as the Jags home game, I assume, CJ.
Yeah, of course.
And that, by the way, the San Francisco game is the Thursday nighter. Then they do take the bye, so acting like an old team. And then the Saints at home, my God, they have winnable games. Well, Shanahan generally eats McVay's lunch.
Yeah.
The Baltimore game,
they'll have a 10-day rest there.
Yeah, that's their third 10 a.m. spot. So 3 of the 10 a.m. kicks are all before the bye. They're not beating the Jags in London.
That's an early game for them. Their body clocks would be 10 a.m.
I think that they're losing Baltimore and Jacksonville. I don't think they typically beat the Niners.
No.
But at home on a Thursday night, although 49ers fans do a good job of taking over.
Oh my God. They
Taking
take
over.
Levi South.
People get stabbed with broken ashtrays in that game.
We're
that game is absolute.
Sean, we're talking to
people get shivved in that game.
We're talking to Katie Mox on Sunday about the Niners.
Yeah.
Are you really gonna, when we're going through the schedule, be like the Niners are gonna lose this game to McVay?
They might. I mean, I'm also not the guy who just chops up all division games for every team. So
was felt like a shot at me?
No, I'm just, some people just look at division games and chop them evenly.
Got it.
To avoid putting themselves in a corner.
No. Just it's the right thing to do.
I'll go 2-2 here. They feel like a 500 team these first 8
games.
Well,
they're going to win the Saints game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give them that one.
And then Jacksonville.
They're losing in London.
That's a brutal travel.
Stafford back, long plane ride.
Stafford, he'll want to take the family out to see the sights.
True.
You know,
Kelly's never seen Big Ben,
right, for sure.
Do they travel with one of their special mattresses?
She's gonna talk about some guy she fucked in college on the podcast.
She likes a soft
I would
mattress.
just be like, yeah, do we have to air that, sweetie?
Hey, she's being open with her. Do you think anyone listens to her podcast?
Oh, they did that episode.
Yeah, they heard that clip.
CJ, what are you doing here?
1-3.
1-3.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I was close to 1-3, but I was kind of erring on the pessimistic side the first 4 games. 4-4 feels about right. Looking at
so the Rams swept. So the Rams didn't lose to the Niners last year.
Yeah.
Revenge spot. Do I give that that feels like all right, 2-2. But I'm being.
2-2.
I kind of wanted to go 1-3.
Yeah, 1-3, and it easily could be 3-1. Obviously, the Niners and Jacksonville are winnable games, but they will not win them. And also at this point, we're looking at. I mean, we could be looking at this. Could be the unraveling part of the season.
They're
This
not
could be
losing to the
this could be
Saints, right?
Garoppolo. Let's not forget that Matthew Stafford
2-2.
has a spine injury.
2-2.
Spinal.
That's twice I could have gone lower.
Spinal.
So I'm being optimistic.
I gotta
Nice,
just
there
stay
you
on the
go.
spinal page.
I know. I was trying to.
all
I'll give you the underneath the table heads up next time. What was I just hit my cord? All
Are
right.
the-
Bye. Now we beat
this
the
can't
Saints.
be right.
What's that?
The Niners aren't laying a field goal against the Rams. That doesn't seem right.
Both numbers are 1.5.
No, yeah, that doesn't. So there's a clear mistake in one of them. I'm gonna guess that should be 3.5. Rams plus 3.5.
Is that a primetime game?
No, this is looks like maybe an America's game of the week.
Yeah,
125
for sure.
kick. Then we have Seattle, first game against Seattle at home, Bucks at home, and at Carolina, the start of their second back-to-back road
And
stint.
it might be chilly, Carolina.
The might be chilly. Might be. We're not giving it full credit for a cold game, but
Right.
this is another stretch where I'll say they lose that Niners game, and then
They own Sam Darnold.
I don't see a worry with the
I mean, they
Seattle
really
game.
fucked him up last year. So
I will be interested to see. To me, the Bucks can stress your secondary, and if we're worried about the Rams secondary, and maybe we're not worried about Wirfs still being out at this point, Bucks could be a potential. They drop the game after a back-to-back division games, and then the Carolina game. I think Carolina loses. Although maybe they can.
Yeah, a little too chilly. Maybe.
I'm wondering if I forget if I gave that as a Carolina. I was higher on Carolina, CJ. I have Carolina winning 8 games somehow, which I'm feeling in hindsight a little too high.
That's
maybe
a bit high.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they beat Seattle, but I think Tampa's going to be live. Carolina's going to be live at San Francisco. Probably a loss. I'll keep it 2-2, middle of the road, because I do like them against Seattle, and then I think they win one of those other 3 games. I don't think they win 2 of those 3 games to go 3-1. CJ, where are you at here?
I'm going 3-1 here.
3-1.
I think they win that San Fran game at
Okay.
San Fran. I think they win Seattle, like you said, Darnold at home, and then they split either Tampa or Carolina. I'm not sure which one they'll drop there, but they drop one of those Tampa or Carolina games.
2-2.
2-2 for Kramer. So
Play it safe.
But I know
Final
San Fran
stretch.
Seattle are wins. Yes.
Give me an update. I gotta.
Ryan 7-5. I'm 6-6.
isn't
CJ 7-5.
7-5.
Interesting.
To revisit some of this shit.
But they're about to drop some. Look at
At
this.
Arizona, Detroit at home, at Seattle, at Atlanta, Arizona at home.
Wow.
It's a tough schedule,
This is, I mean, 4 out of
especially if you're in love with the Cardinals like Ryan.
That 4 road games in 5.
I was just gonna say 4 out of 5 in a road. 4 of their last 6 technically are on the road. This is not good. This is where things. This is where the back starts to starts to act up. I mean, this is a lot of cramp airplanes. I think this is. I think this is the
Ton
opposite.
of travel too.
I think this is the opposite of last year. I think this is. They start out okay and then they fall off the cliff.
Well, look at this. Look at this travel. So you're going at Carolina on the East Coast. Then you're back to LA.
Yep.
Out to Arizona. Not a crazy flight. And then you have Detroit at home. But then you're going all the way up to Seattle, back home, then out to Atlanta. Like that's
34,832 miles over
Yeah.
44 time zones, Sean.
I feel. Yeah, this is. I might have the looking at this schedule and walking through it. I might have. I might end up having to give the division to the 49ers.
They're not losing to Detroit.
So you think they beat Detroit?
Stafford's not losing to Detroit.
Oh, that's right. Stafford,
Goff's not
I'm
beating.
good God, they have to play every year now. Now I'm sick of the Stafford.
All
Goff
right,
thing.
I'm gonna go 3-2, but they could be 2-3, and I'm gonna be under 9.5 wins here. Just right on the 9 and 8.
If I go 2-3, that's where I'm at too, right?
Yep. CJ, you're 7-5 going into this last 5. Now, I guess I'm being a little generous at 3-2 because Stafford, McVay does seem like a guy who's gonna.
They'll split Arizona. Even
we
though
getting Stetson Bennett down here though.
I know. I'll give you
1-4. Actually,
Really?
1-4.
Wow.
I wanted to go 0-5, but
Yeah, Arizona's gonna sweep them.
Arizona could sweep them. They'll split. He always gets Arizona though, but that's back when it was Kingsbury.
This is Kyler's year.
Yeah.
CJ.
All right. I'll split Arizona, and Kramer talked me into the Detroit game. You're right. Stafford might come back just for that one. Seattle and Arizona losses, so 2-3.
2-3. So CJ and I have the Rams at 9-8. Kramer 8-9. We're going to talk about our best bets.
Unders. Let's go
For the Los Angeles Rams. When we get back, of course, shout out to Circa Las Vegas, Circa Survivor. They just debuted the Circa documentary, The Quest, for $14.2 million.
Great idea.
Now, I prefer turning $20 into $20 million.
Thank you.
Which one of us came up with that idea?
At least they were smart enough to put a couple stars in the last episode last night.
Exactly. Tune in, watch us on the documentary over on VSiN. Get in on the contest. This is going to be the Survivor is going to be the biggest football contest of all time. I'm pretty sure prize pool. So don't you want to be a part of history? Get in, come hang out with us contest weekend, August 21st to the 23rd. Kramer and I will be out there a bunch leading up to the NFL season. Friday nights doing our VSiN show. Always down to say hi after the show, have some cocktails, and great excuse to come out to Circa because you got to sign up in person, either at the Las Vegas one or Reno. But come on, come out to Vegas, baby. Use our contest proxy, footballcontest.com. Use the promo code SGP. Get your $50 off your proxy fees. 15% off the Circa, the D, the Golden Gate. All great places to stay in downtown Las Vegas. Footballcontest.com. Promo code SGP. Get your $50 off the proxy fees. And of course, shout out to Rhythm. The Rhythm is gonna betcha with props. I feel like Rhythm just continues to heat things up. They got the graphic has power trends, but they just launched smart signals. That's right. It's the best of the best of what their in-house model has to offer. And of course, if you don't want to use their in-house model, their predictions there, you can always just build your own. They'll back test the data, say, hey, you're either onto something or you're not. It is just, it's great. It's especially for these, smaller markets, your FCS totals. I know last year they were on an insane run. The data really helps, and it's just been on a great run. In particular, Mike Trout and Giancarlo Stanton, 14-0 on the smart signals run, recommending their unders. Again, unders is where the value is at. And of course, 7-day free trial, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM. Get started today. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM.
It does seem like there is conflicting information on the internet around what came out first.
Oh, of the songs?
It seems as though they were both recorded during the season. The Bears one did come out in December, like CJ was saying. It came out before the playoffs started. The only thing that I found to suggest the Rams wasn't done first is that in an oral history, one of the players said, "Well, the Bears had theirs, so we did ours."
The Bears were the pioneer.
Yeah,
100%.
So,
buddy's watching you.
But there's another thing that says
afterwards.
There's another one that says the Rams was recorded first, but the Bears was like they recorded and released it. It took time, I guess.
Maybe.
But I would say I think we go with just Ram. It happened after the Super Bowl shuffle.
I'd agree with that one for sure.
Lock that up.
Lock it up.
So CJ,
took a while.
We're all on the under.
All on the under.
But also 9 wins. McVay has 9 wins, 6 of his 8 years, but he's also gone over. So we're splitting the difference here. 9 but under.
Yeah, he's the LA Tomlin.
Yeah,
always gonna have a winning season. Now he did have that one year where they're 5-12.
And his staff though, he's got a Shula and a LaFleur, right? On the
Is that good or bad?
I don't know.
He's got the bad ones.
I think all the Shulas were bad except one. I mean, was Don Shula? Were any of his other
That's true.
kids good at coaching?
Yeah, Mike was the worst.
I mean, they're viewed as like they still have jobs.
Right.
I guess
I guess that's the evil nepotism.
Why don't they just run to steakhouses? Why do they have to torture our football team?
Yeah, don't take him out of the NFL. Put him in the steak business. How can you fuck up a Shula's steakhouse?
Well, I didn't have the best experience at Shula's out there in Canada. The food was.
Oh my god! When we were out at the Fantasy Expo, we went to.
CJ doesn't know about this.
What town was this in?
Canton, Ohio. The Hall of Fame.
The Canton Shula Steakhouse.
Just a stone's throw from the Hall of Fame.
What happened?
Where Jared Allen somehow got inducted before Eli Manning.
Undercooked baked potato. What happened out there?
Ryan dabbled with the devil, aka alcohol,
Mm-hmm.
and we're walking back from Shula's, and I just hear. It's like, oh my god, what is happening? Ryan throwing up would have been my last guess.
God.
And he just paints the sidewalk in Canton. So
right outside.
well, they say history is made in Canton, and there's a little bit of Ryan Kramer probably still kicking around those bushes.
There's DNA everywhere.
A little too Bob Greasy in your Nick Bottacanis.
And he did try and
There
play
were
it
some
up.
Bottacanis. All right.
Kramer only one in our party that had food poisoning. So
The food wasn't good. The
Might have
food
been-
wasn't good. It was,
might have been Kramer's.
I mean, that's one way. Yeah, possibly, but I don't think so.
So what are we doing, Kramer? Are we giving out the division? I already
No.
gave it out.
I mean,
But I don't know if I want to we got a small taste of it at 2 something.
I guess
low
all right,
twos.
let's pull up the overall division odds because in fairness, it is the fact that we're not okay. 49ers are plus 150, Rams are plus 195, Cardinals plus 450, Seahawks 5-1.
Man, there's probably some fun exactas in that division because I literally could see a scenario where any of them come in any one of those 4 places.
Yeah. This is the schedule, or this is the division that's
Well, they all possess the same kind of like either whether injury or
Right.
other reasons. There's like some really like edge outcomes for all these teams, up and down.
I want to wheel the Rams in last place in the division with the other top 3 because I imagine those are pretty good, decent payouts.
Yeah, what is the Rams 4th place? I know I got them 9-8, but
I'm saying a Stafford spinal injury
yeah,
this season.
definitely.
This season unravels.
it is
quickly.
It would be off the rails.
Now I do have faith in McVay, obviously, to get something done, but I mean, and I can see him punting under that, especially with all those rookies that they had last year. I don't know. It's just
I will give out Puka Nacua Offensive Player of the Year 20-1 because I think even with Stafford missing some games, Jimmy G is just going to pepper him with PPR targets. And my theory of Offensive Player of the Year is the guy who wins you your fantasy league. And I think Puka is just going to get so many targets that at 20-1 in this offense, regardless, maybe the defense isn't there, and them getting to 9-8 and maybe sneaking in the playoffs, maybe they reward Puka, especially if Stafford misses some time. Now, obviously I'd rather Stafford in there, but I still think it's live for Offensive Player of the Year at 20-1. That's how I'm kind of playing the upside.
Rams 4th place is 4-1.
Oh.
I mean, look at the Niners last year.
Do you know what I mean?
They went 6-11.
Absolutely,
That was that.
100%. I like some. That's a shame. I really liked a lot of Devontae
So you think I
Adams
should
stuff,
add? Let me look up what I have.
But I just want to. I do.
I mean, you could play like the Jared Verse Defensive Player of the Year.
to lead in sacks. He's 17-1. I don't mind that.
Okay. Should I put that on your list here, CJ?
I mean, if we got to force some Rams, please, because Stafford this Stafford thing really bums me out.
Yeah,
because I was high on the Rams and I was high on Devontae Adams, and it's just I can't get behind it with
Spinal.
Well, maybe
you can't do any of it.
We should bring back the interview with Matt Stafford, just in case people are tuning in late and missed it.
I broke my back.
Inside it.
What do you mean by that? You
My
broke
back is broken.
what a vertebrae or what portion?
Spinal.
Well.
What portion?
Since you brought it up, Jim, spinal. I'm going to do this for my play. I'll put me down for Verse 7.
Okay.
Lead the league in sacks.
No, Verse having a year makes a ton of sense.
I mean, Jared Verse is great, and the way he was coming on there. Under 9.5, I like that. I'm just going to go with forget the Devontae Adams, all that. Although he's 45-1 to lead the league in yards. Anyway, give me Jacquez Hunter. 101 to rookie of the year.
Oh,
150-1 to lead the West in yards.
Rookie of the year.
Rookie of the year is 100-1.
Okay.
150-1 lead rushing yards.
Oh, that's interesting.
To lead a division. Even if he comes on game 4 and he breaks out for some breakaways,
that is interesting.
The guys ahead of him, your CMCs, your Kenneth Walker.
That's a fun. That's a fun ceiling case. I think this entire division has fun. Like every team has like floor and ceiling cases.
Sure.
So here's what I have already. I have the Verse. What was the number? I was going through all
sacks at 17-1.
I have versus defensive player of the year
at what price?
25-1. I'm going through old tickets.
Great number.
I also have Rams plus 230 to win the division.
Okay.
Now, as I was scrolling through,
Rip
Sean,
that up.
do you know I have? I also have Joe Flacco to take the first snap for the Browns plus 120.
Ooh.
Yes.
How
Looking pretty good.
How are they not? Come on.
Ah.
All right. Let's see what else. I also have Kyron Williams most touchdowns in the NFL 100-1.
Wow, I like that.
That-
Because you said
that was an April bet.
McVay, because McVay does bell cow his running backs. He wants a Todd Gurley type.
Yeah.
He wants
Now-
to run him into the ground.
Here's what I would say about all of this Rams stuff. I've definitely soured. I'm now like whatever's going on with Stafford's back. It's hard for me to feel confident that he's going to play week 1, even though he's a gamer. As someone who has deals with back issues from time to time, I don't care how fucking tough you are.
No, it's your back.
You're just not going to be. It's in a way. Yeah, there's just you're just. It's not even that. It's like the back connects the lower body to the upper body. You're not going to have the velocity on your throws. You're not. So and they don't have a backup. We didn't
wait, Ryan. Repeat that Kyron Williams bet you had.
100-1 most rushing touchdowns in the NFL. This was on Bet Online.
Are you sure that's not 10-1? Because it's 9-1 right now. Most regular season rushing touchdowns, Kyron Williams.
No, 100-1.
100-1.
100-1.
How is it that different?
I don't know. We'll see if it sticks around. Now I'm going to screenshot it.
Yeah, that feels like something that's might get voided.
It's not a huge bet.
I'm just telling you that doesn't.
But it's from April 29th.
Okay.
Or what? Yeah, April 29th.
Was he in the hospital at the time?
Yeah,
I'm just one of those shower injuries
where
I
would
was
someone
talking about.
offer 100-1?
I mean, seriously, Kyron Williams does a lot of off-season injuries. It might have been that kind of news week, you know.
So you're saying you can't get 100-1 right now?
No.
See what they got right now. Well,
it just seems like nothing changed that much about Kyron Williams.
Well, if you've ever dabbled with the guys too close to the equator, when bad numbers get dealt, they eventually get figured out.
Yeah, they do find those bad numbers.
Let's see what the number is right now. Anyway, this is I'll look it up as we go. But I don't want any of it now.
Okay.
The whole point of what I was saying.
I'll take your Kyron Williams at 100-1.
Well, yeah,
I'll
keep all of it. I'm saying I don't know if I'm getting involved in this team because the back thing is too serious.
Yeah, no.
And in some ways, I probably should have gone lower with the wins.
I feel good just being on the under 9.5 wins right now. And the Puka Nacua is my upside on offensive player of the year. And yeah, they're going to just be a week to week team because how can you be that excited about and it'd be one thing if the upside case was, oh, hey, they're 4-1 to win the division. If Stafford stays healthy, you could see it. But it's now that it's like plus 175, it's under 2-1. It's with the aggravated disc, which as DJ and Doc mentions, isn't a real diagnosis. It's just basically like a catch-all for issues dealing in and around the
spinal.
So I think it's a stay away. This Rams team on any like huge positive thing.
Hit away, right? It's a hit away.
Hit away. All right, good times as always.
And no, it was offensive player of the year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, we can.
I went back. I'm checking the tape. Which, by the way, still a little CLV. I think it's 80-1 right now.
Oh, okay. There we go. Now that makes sense. We got our preseason picks coming up tonight, 8:30 Pacific. Watch live youtube.com/sportsgambling podcast. Go back and listen on the pods if you missed it, because we're going to be talking about all the games, all the NFL Week 1 preseason spreads. We will be covering, giving you outsides we like, and then I'm sure some props as well. Make sure you check out CJ Sullivan. Bottom line bomb.
Yes, in 45 minutes, I will be talking Bears and Vikings with special guest Kevin Bozeman. So anyone in the live chat, come on over.
The C-Generates unite. Yes. Head over there, have some good time. Of course, phrase that pays. Toss us a nice 5-star rating over on Spotify. I always appreciate that. And any questions, comments you have, drop them on the Spotify feed. Happy to answer those. And of course, as always,
thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
For the Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, second the money green. He's Ryan.
Rest in peace, Jimmy Garoppolo.
Kramer, let it Right.
I want better fucking execution.